Hello friends, my name's James. I'm a solo sailor who is slowly working my way around the world on board my 1965 Alberg 30 sloop SV Triteia. This is Andy Schell of 59 North Sailing and the On the Wind podcast. Andy invited me to come along as a filmmaker on a grand adventure on board their Farr 65 Falken to sail the Viking Route from Newfoundland to Greenland to Iceland. On board for this adventure would be Andy as captain, his first mate Vilma, and a crew of sailors looking to gain offshore experience. Jim is 66 years old and lives in Fairfax, Virginia. Matt, 42 years old, is from Quebec, Canada. Richa is 37 and lives in Seattle. Johnathan is 34 and lives in Singapore. Charlotte is 39 and lives in Washington State. Gavin, 66, lives in San Francisco. Alejandro, 62, is from San Jose, Costa Rica. And Nick is 54 and lives in Providence, Rhode Island, and took most of the still photos that you're seeing now. And these are our adventures. I'll take you along with us from Newfoundland to Greenland through Prince Christian Sound and on to Iceland, the Viking Route. Welcome to the Falken Sagas. Fantastic zone over here.
You want more ice?
Hello friends, it is time to depart Greenland and sail the Viking Route for Iceland. We have a 650 nautical mile passage ahead of us. The weather's mostly in our favor, and it's time to haul up and head out.
Okay, Jim, are you ready? Haul away! Okay, pull slack in 1. Yep. They're doing it at the front, Johnathan. Okay, ready? 2, 6, heave! 2, 6, heave! Guys, pull from higher if you can. Ready? 2, 6, heave! Maybe not. 2, 6, heave! 2, 6, heave! 2, 6, heave! Go, 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 go! A little more, a little more. A little more. A little more. Okay, hold! Okay, that's good. Lock off the clutch. I love these sunrises.
The best. I was saying we got morning rush hour. So pretty. Like that doesn't even look real. Happy little fucking mountain.
times, get it all, James.
Roadside,
59
everybody.
North, living the dream. Come
This
sailing with us.
That's real adventure, gentlemen. Real adventure.
Yay.
Brains out. Have a bowl of cereal. Do it again.
How does that chili smell?
Can you guys, just in case, there's a bucket back there, you know that, right? Okay, because I think Nick is out here, he's got sick. No, but there's another one up there. Huh? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need to we're gonna, how are you doing there, boy? Still working on it?
I've been there. Can we paper towel?
Sure.
It's another day sitting in the bunk. Had a pretty rowdy night last night, beating to weather. About half the crew is sick, I think, maybe a little less than half. A lot of seasickness on board. I've been okay so far. We'll see. Captain says we have 24 more hours of this beating, and then it's gonna ease off. The wind and the seas haven't been too bad. It's just our point. It's like the point of sail is really gnarly. We're just smashing right into the waves. So, you know, another day of uncomfortable ocean sailing, which is always part of the program, or always could be part of the program. So we have another day of beating, and then it should ease up. Andy said we're gonna tack in a few hours as the winds change directions. So that will help the slamming. This is a very fast, big flat bottom boat. So when she comes down, she just kind of ramps off of waves and comes down. It is very loud and very gnarly sounding. So we'll see how the day progresses. Not yet. You didn't get a tire refit?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go outside and drive for a minute, see how the boat feels.
Oh yeah.
See what the weather looks like. Probably throw a reef in, or I might just heave to for a minute so we can get these bilges figured out. We'll see. It's always the closer you get to home, the farther away it is.
Yes.
It's like this is what you get for starting to think about. Man, that beer is gonna taste good, and cheeseburger and a shower, and it's like, fuck off, you're not there yet.
Yeah, you're like, oh, only 3 more days, and then we're in the home port.
Yeah, well,
3
more days
is
when
good.
the minutes go in slow motion. Long time.
Oh shit.
such a different story when you take the helm. It's like, oh, sailing great.
Yeah. Making good speed. She feels balanced?
Yeah, super balanced. I mean, there's sun and rudder right here. Go ahead, guys, grind. Okay, Matt, start to ease. Go ahead, grinders, go. Go, grinders, go. Ease, Matt, all the way off. Keep going on the grind, all the way off, Matt. Go the other way, guys, if it's too hard. There you go. Okay, helm hard over. Okay, now we chill. Now we sleep.
Hove two.
Let me get a couple.
So by 6 a.m. Andy had us sailing again, and later in the morning Vilma had the crew drop the staysail. They got the headsail out, shook all the reefs out, and we've been sailing beautifully ever since. Not quite on our course, but the wind is gonna back, I believe. Yeah, the wind's gonna back, and then we're gonna be sailing back on our course later this afternoon. And then the winds are gonna forecast it to completely die off like tomorrow, where we'll be motoring. But right now we're sailing beautifully, making like 8 knots, and it is gorgeous out.
Go, go, go. A little more. Another 3 inches. More. Okay, you're there. Good job. Okay, tidy up lines. You guys are done. Rest up.
We have roughly 48 hours to go until we reach Iceland. We are back on our correct course, and we have really good wind. This is kind of, Andy was calling it a bonus wind. We didn't think we were going to have this wind, especially not in this direction. So, on course for Ísafjordur, Iceland, and all is well. We think the winds will kind of fall off as we reach the coast, is the latest forecast, which is fantastic. We can keep good wind until we get to the coast and then just motor that little bit. That would be awesome. So, all is well on board Falcon, and it's time to start the night shift.
Go ahead. Go. Orange. 4. All right.
Alejandro,
Sí, señor.
so how did this ship turn out as you thought, now that we're coming down to the last like 36 hours?
Fantastic.
Right?
Yeah, it is beautiful. It was really well planned. It feels safe down below. It's really comfortable.
Yeah, but tell me your feelings about the passage.
My
Not
feelings.
about
The boat?
like
or the
how
passage?
did you feel about
About the passage?
the adventure?
Much more than I expected.
Yeah.
That fjord trip in Greenland, I didn't expect that at all. And great learnings, because for the first time I've been able to see kind of the process of downloading the weather report, looking at it, understanding that it's absolutely flawed, and we've kissed it a few times, and then just being able to play it by ear. Coming in through the fog as we were approaching Greenland, and then now towards Iceland, just rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
I think it's been great. We've had not terrible weather, but some challenges. A little cold weather there, and then beautiful days like today. I won't know. I'll have to process the whole thing at the end.
Yeah,
But
it'll take us a while, I think.
I'm gonna tell you, much more than I expected.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. I'm very happy.
Yeah, for me it was like I didn't realize that Greenland was gonna be like kind of the crown jewel of the whole thing. I thought we were gonna try to sweep by Greenland.
Yeah. Well, I think purposefully in the documentation they said that there's a chance we may not touch Greenland, so you kind of like put it out of your mind. Oh yeah, for sure. That was you said it right. The crown jewel.
Yeah, amazing.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
In a lot of different ways. Not just that. It was, for me, it was interesting touching on Greenland and seeing that it's really the local population. I expected Scandinavians.
Right. But it was Inuit.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Right? It was Inuit. Great, interesting culture. And we supposedly, where we landed is where Eric the Red.
Oh, really?
Apparently, that's
That
it.
is amazing.
But imagine that.
Yeah.
you know.
And then your next big adventure is Rapa Nui, right?
Rapa Nui. Actually, well, it starts in Chile, in the south of Chile, in Puerto Montt, and then it's, at least as the crow flies, 2,000 nautical miles to Rapa Nui. That's going to be pretty cool.
Kretschmer.
With John Kretschmer, which is just an experience in itself.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter where you're going.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
And Andy,
Yes, sir.
what do you think about what's happening right now in Iceland, landfall?
This is a test of patience. This is ocean
This
sailing.
is ocean sailing.
I've accepted it.
Yeah.
Just settling in and take what you can get.
Especially the last, like, 36 to 24 hours. It's just
It's
like,
been, well, for me, like, I'm really trying hard to stay in the moment. I mean, I've been on the boat now since the middle of June.
wow.
So, like, it's not just this passage. This is like the tail end of my whole summer.
Yeah.
And if I start thinking too hard about it, I snap out of it. So we're just, you know, it's beautiful sailing today. So
Yeah, gorgeous.
I've been doing a lot of sleeping on this leg.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of being on this tack, though. I've been laying against the hull the whole time. I'm ready to shift my bunk position. But no, it's good. I mean, I'd much rather have this type of finish than what we had the other night.
Then is
to
this
beat
the
our brains out?
first full season on Falken?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what do you think of the boat now that you've gotten into it?
The boat's fantastic. There's a million small things that, like, if you ask me right in this moment, I have a long list of things that are irritating me.
Yeah.
But like the big picture, I think we did it.
Seems like a fantastic boat.
I'm really happy with everything.
Yeah.
But you pay for it when you're sailing upwind.
Yes.
As
For
you
sure.
discovered.
Yes. But
I think
still,
the boat's
it's like,
too fast. The boat's too fast upwind to sail comfortably with, unless you have like a proper professional race crew trimming and helming and steering around the waves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to slow down enough to avoid like banging
She's
on
a
the
rocket
waves
ship,
and stuff.
for sure.
I mean, right now we're just moseying along. We're still going 6.5 knots with the staysail up. I mean, we're just being lazy right now. But no, the boat's. I'm stoked about the boat. The boat's great.
It is and especially compared to the other boat that you switched out for, right?
I mean, the all-time boat's still on the wall there. That's
Yeah.
Eastbjorn. That's still the best boat.
Mhm.
But this boat's, all the things that we didn't like about Ice Bear, the Swan 59, have been rectified on this boat. All the safety issues, all the performance issues, everything. This boat's just, everything I hated about that boat is like a positive on this boat.
And then how did you feel about bringing a bigger crew? Like, how has that played out versus what you thought it might be?
I honestly didn't give it that much thought, the size of the crew. I always liked just having 4 people on Eastbjorn. That was kind of nice, cozy. But like, it doesn't feel any really different here.
Yeah.
On the bit, because there's so much room. Everybody's got their own space. Like the crew that's off watch right now, they're up in their bunks. Like you don't even know that they're here.
Yeah.
Like nobody's on top of each other. That was the problem with Ice Bear. Is that boat was designed as like a family boat with, you know, like a small like a single family. This giant owner's cabin aft and stuff, and there just wasn't enough room for even. We only took 6 people in that boat. And everybody was on top of each other. We had people sleeping in the salon. It didn't work.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question, the amount of crew is fine on this boat. It makes a nice dynamic, I think. Actually.
I've been amazed at how well everybody's able to move around one another without really getting in each other's way. It's so easy to like.
Yeah, the only time it's a challenge is when you have like a watch change and you got 8 people, 4 people coming up, 4 people going down, and then inevitably somebody's in the galley trying to cook food and stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not a problem.
It's been pretty chill. Yeah. Awesome. Well, home stretch.
Home stretch. Yeah. What do we have? Like, let's see. As the crow flies, 206 miles. But we're not really pointing as the crow flies right now. Pointing to Reykjavik. If you want to go to Reykjavik, it's only
actually we're almost pointing to Vic.
175 miles to Reykjavik. Straight line, but that's all right.
Our winds have lightened up dramatically, and the guys are putting away the staysail. Gonna get our headsail out and try to use what wind we have. We're like, I don't know, just over 24 hours from Iceland. It's always that last sort of 24 hours. It's just like watching paint dry. Especially when the winds die off like this, and they're heading us, so we haven't been able to be on our course all day today. So hopefully we'll get the headsail up and start chipping away some more miles. So you guys were just talking about your favorite parts. Gavin, what was your favorite part?
Definitely the ice. It had character. It had. It was mischievous, right? Some of it was like brilliant blue. Some was just like, you know, refrigerator ice white. I like the iceberg that kind of circled us.
That thing was ridiculous.
Waiting for a moment of weakness to swoop in and get the rudder just like an orca. Right? I love getting the sounds of it. They're called growlers. You know, I looked it up. They make noise. I recorded the noise for my daughter.
Yeah, that was cool.
Was that cool?
Yeah.
You got to touch one?
Got to touch one. Thank you, James, for driving us over. And then a really rough surface. I thought it was just...
Yeah, it was much sharper than I thought.
Yeah.
It looked like snow almost, but it was like deadly sharp.
It was deadly sharp. And lots of them had that glowing blue lagoon in the middle of them that looked like you could just walk in, and I just thought the ice was the best.
Yeah.
That's the part I really remember the most.
What about you, Charlotte?
I was saying, you know, the first leg of the trip, I couldn't believe how gentle the Atlantic was on us. It was such a dream.
It's a lie.
You know, it was so nice, like, you know, to get to know everyone in that situation where nobody, well, people were sick at the beginning, but, and then, you know, the pilot whales and everything. And then, like we've all said, like, we knew Greenland was a possibility, but none of us, like, set our hearts on it.
Same.
And like to not only go there and like say hi, but to like be anchored and go hiking and like really feel like we got to cruise Greenland in you know, in miniature was just an incredible experience.
Yeah, I thought at best we would drive through the Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to spend like 4 days there.
And maybe we
like
would see things, or maybe we just see fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but to have like that weather and everything, it was just
phenomenal.
yeah.
What about you, Richa?
Prince Christian Sound, and then anchoring at that weather station at the very end. It was just such a gorgeous landscape. It's hard to describe at all. But I love that the anchorage we had at the weather station, we saw the northern lights. That was incredible. We were on iceberg watches. And then I think you took the dinghy, and a few of us went to circle around that little iceberg, and it wasn't so little at all.
It was gigantic. It's like twice the size of the boat.
Yeah, it was incredible. I think those were some of my special moments.
And then me and Alejandro talked about this earlier, but
Yeah.
you feel it. But you were just saying the navigation was like a highlight for you.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's been so varied because we've had fog, we've had to plan how to approach land with fog, then navigate the weather, right? We've been watching the weather, and I've seen Andy kind of like look at it, understand it, and say, okay, this decision we're making now, but yeah, it's going to change in a few hours, right?
Yeah.
And it has, and how you keep that in mind and not get frustrated about it, and actually going through the feeling of how to manage the boat as you're moving forward. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, as far as sail training goes, you guys got a ton of lessons
Oh yeah.
on this trip for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the less desirable like bilge cleaning, which is something that is part of the experience, right?
Yeah, but now we got advanced bilge clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. There'll be certificates passed out at the end of the sail.
How to use a shop vac underway.
Yeah.
Part
awesome.
1 and 2.
And then we still have this, like you said, borrowed wind earlier,
Yeah.
right? Gorgeous.
Right.
I'll get it right next to you.
No,
Isn't
it
it?
ain't happening.
Favorite part of the trip?
Greenland, by far.
Insane, right?
It was just out of this, like, it's undescribable. I can't describe it. I can't put it into words. It's just, yeah.
Right.
So it was, I mean, I was sick quite a bit on this trip, and I would still do it just for Greenland. It was really effing awesome.
Yeah.
The hikes in Greenland, the views, the swim in Greenland, everything was just awesome. The views there are like out of this world. They look like they were, you know, when you see like Lord of the Rings, you know it's fake. You know there's like CGI and whatever done in there, and it looks just like that.
That's how I felt. I felt like it was like imagined by an illustrator.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, how is this real?
Yeah. I was just wow, and just being able to go through. I also feel like I'm one of the rare people on the planet who's had a chance to go to Greenland, so that's also pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
That's just by itself a neat feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall Greenland to me was by far the best.
Hell yeah. Nick,
Yes, James.
favorite part of the trip?
Your beautiful smile, baby.
That's right, girl.
I agree with everything Matt just said about Greenland, but like for me, there were so many fantastic things, both big and small, and I find myself like worrying I'm gonna forget some of the awesome things, you know, because it was one amazing thing after another. A couple smaller things stand out to me, like meeting John and Sophie and seeing their boat and just kind of getting to hear a little part of their story, you know, in the fjord in Greenland was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then just, you know, in terms of pure beauty, approaching Greenland, coming out of the fog and just seeing that massive peak above the clouds, whales in the ocean, northern lights. I mean, it was just unending.
Yeah.
Andy's cannon.
Andy's cannon.
And his reaction to his
And that's
cannon.
not what that sounds like.
Yeah. Can we do it again?
Fantastic.
Yeah, all of that.
Johnathan?
Yeah, my favorite part was also Greenland. It's like an oasis in the middle of the ocean, because beforehand, you know, we're sailing day and night for days, and afterwards the same, which can be a little bit tough on the mind, just to stay awake through the watches. Whereas Greenland, we emerged into total perfection, blue skies, the colors of the town of Manotalek, which is the first place we went to. They had yellow flowers all across the ground. The houses were all, you know, different shades of pastel colors. Super, super beautiful, and actually like relaxing. The walks on the island of Greenland were pretty amazing. It was lush, green on the foot, and just beautiful, quiet places.
Amazing, right? So good. Unforgettable. How was it compared to what you thought?
So I didn't even think we were going to go to Greenland, so I thought we were just going to kind of pass by the southern tip. If I would have thought about Greenland, I guess I would have just thought about cold, icy rock.
Yeah.
Whereas when we actually got there, it is quite lush in the summer.
Yeah.
Which was something I didn't really expect.
Favorite part of this trip?
Favorite part of this trip? Well, certainly there was like an adventure every day. There was something to see every single day. From whales, hundreds of pilot whales following the boat. The northern lights. We saw the green flash. We've seen lots and lots of icebergs. We've had to anchor several times, which was a lot of fun to stay at anchorage and have a larger community other than just your watch team chatting about. But I'd say the thing I'm going to remember the most are the people, and especially my watch team. We've got Johnathan from Singapore, halfway around the world. He's in private equity, completely different walk of life from some of us. Matt, who's a car dealer in Ontario, and Nick, who's a teacher from Providence, Rhode Island. I mean, I've had so many laughs with my watch team, and it was great to see us come together and gel as a team. Toward the end of this trip, we've been acing all the seamanship evolutions and really anticipating what needs to be done when.
And you have a you're retired Navy, right? Yes,
I'm retired Navy. So just to see these guys, I'm going to miss them. I really am.
And then, so how many legs have you done with 59 North total? Yeah. 11, you said?
This is my 10th leg.
10th leg.
Yeah, I've got one more coming up from Iceland to Ireland this year, and next year I'm signed up to go from Havana to Bermuda. So being a retiree, I can do this, and it's been meeting Andy and Mia in Annapolis it's changed my life. It's given me something to look forward to every year.
And so, like, out of the 10 that you've done, what's the most memorable passage you've had with Andy and them?
I remember every one of them, and every one is different. They've each been an adventure. I've gone to places I never would have gone to before. I've been to the Canaries, I've been to the Azores, I've been to Cape Verde, I've been to Barbados. Now I've been to Greenland, and I'm going to Iceland, and then on to Ireland. These are all places I've never been. My wife's going to meet me in Ireland. We're going to spend 2 weeks there touring. So, it's not just the destinations, though. It's also the people. And every crew's been super.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah. And now we have, like, I don't know, 14 hours or something?
At least, yeah.
14 to 16 hours, and we'll be at East Fjordur. We're like 34 miles off the peninsula, which you can't see. This is like in the sun right now. But Jim saw landfall last night. You spotted landfall.
Yep. I get a Coke, I think.
He gets some high five. And yeah, just the final push. Those are the West Fjords. We have to round that point. We're like, I don't know, 80 miles from entering East Fjord to get into East Fjordur, which is where we'll be tying up tonight. Getting kind of late, I think. Beautiful flat seas, motor sailing. Andy thinks the wind's gonna fill in and we're gonna have a downwind sail, which would be nice. Especially if we get to run the spinnaker, that would be awesome. But we'll see. But enjoying this beautiful sunshine. It's like 52 degrees out. I just took my first shower in many days because now that we're actually like the boat's flat and we're motoring, we have hot water. You shower outside. It's very chilly, but it was nice to get clean. Last little leg of a very wild adventure.
right, just keep it locked, Jim. Keep it locked. You ready, Vilma? Here we go. Here we go. Hang on a second. Go. Up, Vilma, come up.
That thing.
Yeah! Woo! God damn, that makes me nervous. Now we gotta get it down.
Thank goodness for socks.
Okay, we're just gonna go straight to Jan Mayen now because we can't get the chute down.
Exactly. What do you think about your new kite?
It's big, it's pink, and we're going 10.8 and 10.6. I mean, like, this is just, it's amazing. I was like so ready to be there earlier today when we were motoring. Not like let's just, you know, okay, we're motoring, it's kind of anticlimactic, trip's over. Okay, let's get there and celebrate. And now, like, man, this is like such a nice bonus.
Fantastic. And like you said, the perfect way to end the trip.
Perfect way to end the trip. I mean, we've truly had it all now on this trip. Like, what more can you ask for? Like, that's it. We did it. We did it all.
We certainly did.
I'm delighted. And also, this is the last time I'm on the boat till November. So, and the first time this sail's been up, it's appropriate that I'm the one that got it up, and that you're here too. You helped pack it in Annapolis. And
yeah. I'm stoked to see it flying. Totally absurd. Completely absurd. And I hope to never see it in big winds.
This is just right. 11. I'm going to try to get I'm not actually sure. Just
looks like the harbor master. What's our depth?
26 feet.
That's good. There's some tall masts in here, so that's a good sign. Not there as tall as ours, but wow, tight entrance.
I'm actually surprised about the number of sailing yachts in this
I'm
pretty unique location.
I am very surprised also.
We got fenders in place.
Put that fender over, yard us. You get up.
First.
Excellent. Welcome to Iceland.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
After sailing more than 1,700 nautical miles along the Viking Route from Newfoundland to Greenland, transiting Prince Christian Sound in southern Greenland, and bashing our way on to Iceland, we finally arrived to the West Fjords, to the port of Eastfjordur. I want to thank Andy Schell for inviting me on this incredible adventure. And I want to thank the crew of Falken for an amazing time, great conversations, and tons of laughs. If you haven't seen the other 4 films in this series, make sure you check them out. This was certainly an experience I will never forget. Are you interested in joining an offshore sailing passage with 59 North on board Falken, their Farr 65, or Isbjorn, their Swan 48? You can sail in safety and learn seamanship under the watchful eye of their international team of professional skippers and mates. They sail all over the world, including traditional trade wind routes across the Atlantic, Pacific, and the Equator, to high latitudes Arctic adventures in Greenland, Spitsbergen, Iceland, and Norway. 59 North Sailing was founded on a simple, strong vision: to explore the world's oceans and landfalls in safety and style on cool boats with cool people. They love talking about seamanship, are passionate about the traditions of the sea, and they share their love for the philosophy and aspect of ocean sailing with their eclectic crew. After sailing over 1,700 nautical miles with Andy and 59 North, I can honestly say, if you go on one of these trips, you're going to leave a changed sailor. Joining 59 North or one of their offshore passages is an excellent way to get experience, and then you can take that knowledge and do your own ocean sailing.
Hello and welcome to the Quarterdeck. This is going to be 59 North's online homeport, where we're going to keep doing what we've always done, which is sharing the wisdom of the high seas with those wise enough to seek it out. We're going to teach navigation, weather, and all kinds of seamanship stuff on here, and I'm really looking forward to it. And like any great sailing adventure, you can never be 100% sure of where you're going to end up once you set sail, so I'm very excited to see what kind of fun stuff we'll come up with and put on this platform. And I really hope you want to be a part of that, so welcome aboard.